Clacton-on-Sea, one of Britain's busiest seaside resorts in the 1970s, is now more tailored to those seeking a quiet retirement than all-night raving. However, what from the outside can look like a peaceful, unassuming residential area can often be hiding something altogether more sinister, as the Interceptors are about to find out.
They've got intelligence about a big drugs factory or a place used for drying cannabis in the Clacton area. So we've shot over to Clacton to help them with the method of entry and forcing entry to the premises.
Driving straight from an ANPR operation, PC Grant Snow is in the not-so-high-spec transit van. The police have just received information from a member of the public about a property believed to be a drugs den. They need to get in there as quickly as possible, so Grant, along with Interceptors Flinny and Emily, have been called for an emergency briefing at the Clacton Retail Park.
We've got the force support unit here. They've got various ram systems that can be used to force a door frame. The warrant's already here. We've had a briefing. We've got an unmarked unit at the scene, keeping an eye on the house to make sure nobody comes and goes. We'll be going to the address en masse, one vehicle parking out the front, the others down the side. We'll then go up the driveway, force entry to the property, secure it at the rear, and then gain entry and start searching it, see if we find any drugs and detain anyone that's in the house.
A lot of time and resources have been ploughed into this job, and the Interceptors are optimistic.
In fact, the house isn't made of brickwork, the house is made of cannabis. Don't hit it too hard, it'll fall down.
After a quick briefing, the team hit the road. Essex Police are specialists at forced entry. Every detail of the raid has been meticulously planned.
They'll go in that road all the way round, so they're all going to come round past where that bloke's standing now by the hedge, and that should be the house there on the corner.
Cautiously moving into position, the cops prepare to creep up on the target property. It's crunch time.
Police! There we are!
They made short work of the door, but there's no sign that anyone's actually living in the house. And more worryingly, there's no sign of any drugs either.
Oh, you must be joking. I found it.
Have you found it?
Yeah, well.
There we have about £20 worth.
Hardly Epping Forest, but the team are convinced there's something bigger, and they won't rest till they find it. Meanwhile, Grant can see that these saplings are just the first stage of a much bigger operation.
They start off growing like that underneath artificial lighting, and they just grow up with the heat. When they're only about 2 inches, they've got quite a bit more growing to do. You're not going to get much out of that. I'm used to seeing cannabis plants that are sort of 2 or 3 foot tall.
A bit like the ones the team have discovered downstairs.
It's a little bit more substantial in the garage.
This is a massive drugs operation with the entire room set up specifically for the cultivation of cannabis.
It's a bit more like it, makes the warrant a bit more worthwhile, doesn't it? I was a bit disappointed when we went upstairs and just found that little tray. But to find all of these...
Marijuana farming is a growing business, with 90% of the illegal substance now produced in UK factories like this, with setups becoming more and more sophisticated.
You see where they've insulated it to try and keep all the heat and light in. And they've gone to a lot of expense getting in a proper extraction system, keep it well ventilated.
Outside, the team then discover an even bigger drugs plantation, 3 times the size of the first one.
This outbuilding in the rear garden is a very similar setup to the garage. Just that there is one mature cannabis plant. Pick all the leaves off, dry them out, bag them up, sell them on, and then more leaves grow back. Probably get about 10, 15 little bags off of that. It's about £10 for a bag. There's about 115, 120 plants in here and 70 odd plants in the front. That's nearly 200 plants in total. Quite profitable.
And he's not wrong. With Grant's estimate of 200 plants, this factory could potentially produce around £20,000 worth of cannabis each month. Drug gangs running these operations usually hire someone to do all the growing and take all the risk, and this one appears to be no different.
They've got obviously all the necessary chemicals, and then up here, Canaveg 25 millilitre per 10 litre, Terraflors 50 millilitre. So maybe the people that are looking after this aren't that experienced, and somebody else has told them how to grow it.
The cultivation and distribution of drugs is a dangerous business, so it's no surprise that Grant discovers a variety of weapons.
Very large knife, just left out on the side, and next to that, a nice set of brass knuckle dusters and a nice set of chromed up knuckle dusters. Knuckle dusters only have one purpose, and that's to cause injury to people. Probably use those to defend themselves when they're out with the drugs. It's a shame we didn't catch anyone here today, but the way it's all set up with an irrigation system and electric lights on timers, they're probably only coming in once a week just to feed and water everything, and then going away, leaving it to do its own stuff, and then coming back to harvest it.
As in this case, a tip-off from a member of the public is often the only way these factories get discovered, but it's a miracle anyone's noticed it at all.
Anyone walking past, this is just a normal house, they wouldn't think it's a drugs factory. And this could be going on in any street, could be going on next door to someone. No idea. What we need is people to be a little bit observant, and if they do see something suspicious, give the police a ring, and then we can come down and deal with it and see what we find. Because this easily could have been a terrorist cell, not just cannabis, it could have been a terrorist cell. No one around here would have known about it.
Officers seized and destroyed over 300 cannabis plants from this factory, with a street value of around 100 grand.